Welcome, YouTubers, to another Chinese Tech Stuff. Got El Toro over here. No, that's Johnny. Be funny if we called him El Toro though. Lawnmower. Yeah. Unboxing the delightful motherboard from Newegg and packing stuff. The magical motherboard. Oh wait, the thermal paste. Always need thermal paste. It's in there. That Arctic Silver good. Ooh, it smells good. Beep boop beep. Chinese Tech Stuff, yeah! So we got the new motherboard, the G1 Gaming from Gigabyte. Oh, look at that. Oh, never would I ever think that a motherboard could give a man a chubby, but it's just happened. How about you, Johnny? You getting chubby from this?
Oh, I'm getting chubbies from these SATA cables.
Oh, that's his stuff. The SATA good. Oh, mama. All right, but yeah, we got to go in here. We got to pull this graphics card, the RAM, water cooler, probably some of the fans and the motherboard, so that we can put the new motherboard in and wire it. So that's what we're gonna do now. Alright, so we got the graphics card out. It's over in the box, and the RAM sticks are out. They're over in their box over there. We're gonna go ahead and take these 4 screws off for the water cooler block. Go ahead and do that. And then we're gonna take and clean the block after we remove the radiator and fans. Alright, so we're pulling the CPU now, and we're going to clean it off with isopropyl alcohol and a paper towel. And then we're going to finish cleaning it with the microfiber cloth so it gets all of the leftover thermal paste residue off. Just be careful when you set it down. Don't bend any of your, scratch any of this. The pins are on the motherboard. Make sure you don't bend them when you reseat it. So I'm on cardboard, so it should be fine. Just gonna get some alcohol on a paper towel and get rid of all the thermal paste. Open the magical anti-static bag and pull this puppy out. Oh, it's got the new board chemically smell. Oh. Delicious. Set it in and get it around all these wires. Oh wait, we gotta pop the I/O panel. Silly me. We gotta put the new I/O panel in first. Getting ahead of myself. That's how much I want to. Alright, we got the I/O panel in, which looks magical. BT dubs. And now we are jostling this gentle giant in. Oh wait, we forgot to pull the cap. Boop. Because it probably wouldn't have fit without the cap in. We'll leave the HDMI one in. But I'm going to need the DVI for my 144 hertz monitor. It's all its glory. Cables up out of here. If the shroud was out, it'd be a whole lot easier, but you know, I didn't want to take time to pull the shroud because not much of a point. You see nothing. Alright, so now we gotta put them screws in. So as you can see, we got it back together. We had to change where the water cooler was mounted because of clearance issues with the heat spreader for the motherboard. And then we've got 4 SATA cables here, the 4 blacks. There's 2 under these 2 for the RAID setup for my 4 240 gig SSDs by ADATA. And then these 2 are the separate solid state drives. One's a 500 and the other's a 480 gigabyte. And then this is the hard drive, and then above it will be the disk drive when I have a power cable for the disk drive, which I don't have yet, but I'm gonna be getting. So yeah, we wire managed everything through the back. Pretty much all this front stuff stayed the same as it was originally. We reapplied thermal paste. Everything's seated properly. We're gonna go see if this now will boot and register all of the devices. Here it is, guys, in its glory, all lit up. It actually booted the first time. That's a first, which is ironic. That's 2 firsts, man. That means we're number 1, El Toro.
Oh yeah.
Number 1. Numero uno. Getting into it, we got Windows booting, the Mamo's going racing, yeah! Drift! Rip the e-brake! Or trapped. Anywho, getting devices ready. Uh-oh. We gotta wait for all the SSDs. Ho 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 ho. SSDs nuts. Alright guys, it's approaching midnight and it is still getting devices ready. So I'm just gonna let this run overnight, and if it's still going in the morning we'll reboot and just jump straight into the BIOS of the board and check stuff. So I will see you in the morning. Out. Welcome back, guys. It's now Monday. We've just finished over the course of 3 days the raid setup just because of time and all this stuff I've had going on this weekend, and so it's all set up now. We'll go into here, and we have, if we go into my file manager, you can see that I labeled it RAID. When you put all your drives into a RAID, it shows up as one drive. Go into here, you can see it's 894 gigs of space, because that's for 240 gigabyte SSDs. So I'll go ahead and show you how I set that up. What you do is when you boot your computer, you're gonna have to mash delete on your keyboard when you hit the power button to start up your computer so that you get into your BIOS. So I'm gonna start mashing delete, and we'll end up jumping into BIOS here if I get it. Okay, we're in the BIOS. So my BIOS has a smart setup, and in order to, I mean, you can use the smart controller, I guess, and you can see I have RAID enabled. Normally it'll be on either IDE or AHCI, and enable SATA controller, make sure RAID is checked. If you have different BIOS, I'll go into my classic setting BIOS. It'll look more like this. And what you'll do is you'll go into peripherals. It'll be under here. Anyways, you can see SATA configuration. There we go. Okay, so it was under peripherals, and I have RAID enabled. So you can see right there, RAID, and it is enabled. You have to enable it, and then you're gonna hit save and exit. Okay, so save and exit setup, and then it's going to ask you if you want to reset, and you say yes. Then you hold, as your computer's booting, you hold control and mash I. Now what that does is it gets you into your RAID setup. So right now I'm holding control in and I'm mashing I, and we are now in the RAID setup. So you have the options here to create a RAID volume, delete RAID volume, or reset disks to non-RAID. Now, I already have a RAID volume created, so I'm obviously not going to create a RAID volume. If you were to create, we'll go in here and I'll show you how to do it. You name it. So we'll just leave it as volume 1. RAID stripe mirror. It'd be stripe if you're doing a RAID 0, which is what you would be doing for if you're trying to increase your performance from a RAID. Then you would hit, go through 16 kilobytes is the standard, blah blah blah, and then you'd hit create volume, and then it'll come up. Disks will be lost. All the memory on your disks will be lost, and you have a yes or no option. I'm going to click no because obviously I do not want to wipe my RAID. But what will happen is you'll go in, and all your disks will come up in a list like this one, and you'll go over and hit space on the disks that you want to set in RAID. So for me, it's these 4 ADATAs that you see right here, and you'll just say that you want those to be set up in RAID. And then you'll hit enter and it'll set it up in RAID. Then you're gonna escape and hit Y to continue once you've set that up. And then you will get to Windows, this magical land of Windows. It's pretty awesome. Get to Windows, and then you've got to configure your drives through the management. I'm going to be showing you setup for 10. For Windows 10, so that's what you'll see here. It might be a little bit different for the other versions of Windows. It's not a whole lot different. It's pretty much the same, just you might have to, find your computer to manage it differently in the start menu or whatever, because the start menu will be different depending on what version of Windows you have. But it'll be very similar for every Windows platform. So I've got Windows booting up here. I have Windows set up on my hard drive right now, so soon I will be switching it over to my RAID setup, but it took me a little bit, so I just put it on my hard drive to start so I could use my computer, because I just didn't have a whole lot of time on my hand this week, because I've had a lot of job interviews and stuff going on because I'm laid off right now and trying to find work, so it's a fun process. But okay, so you'll go into your computer, your file manager. I do it through the file manager. I just open file manager and you go to this PC and you right click and then you click manage. Okay. Now that I've clicked manage, it is going to pull up a list for drive management. If this would load, there we go. Okay, here we go. This is what it is. You're going to go down to disk management, and once this loads, okay, you see I've got this basic simple RAID or whatever. These are some flash drives. The C drive is my hard drive. So what's going to happen is you're going to go down into this box and there will be one of these drives will say unallocated, and you'll have to right click it and click format or a new simple volume, and you'll go in and it'll format it, and then you just pretty much click through the options. It'll be pretty simple. Just use all the basic stock settings that it recommends, and you'll be set up and good to go, and you'll have a running RAID array going. And then it'll show up, all your SSDs will be under one, like this. I labeled it RAID 0, so I know that's my RAID, and then these are labeled SSD 1 and 2, so I can denominate those quickly if I need to in Steam or Origin to put games on and whatnot. So that is it for now. I'll see you on the next one. Like, subscribe, comment, share. If you want to see something else done, just ask and it shall probably be done if I have the tools to do it.